Welcome to our Forbidden Woods Let's Play from Wind Waker HD. And I think Hick and I are kind of in agreement on this one, that we think this is probably the most visually impressive dungeon in this game.
This dungeon, just to me, it's absolutely beautiful. It's not my favorite dungeon in the whole game, but just, yeah, like you said, the visual appeal of it is just by far, I think, the best in the whole game.
Yeah, something about being in these woods, the colors, like this stuff that's floating in the air everywhere. It just does really stand out from some of the drabber dungeons, I think.
I mean, obviously there's a lot of green because, you know, of the dungeon name. But I mean, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of green, but there's still, it just stands out. I don't know.
Yep. No, I agree with you. Like I said, it's not necessarily our favorite dungeon, but and I will say, as someone who played this in standard definition and not HD yet, this dungeon benefited from the HD.
Oh, I bet it did.
A lot more than several of the others did.
Well, there'd be this room that we go into later on. It's actually one of my most favorite rooms in the game. It's just like a bunch of sunlight coming down.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just like where I'd never played the standard definition, but I would think like the HD right there benefits highly in that room.
Trust me, I'll let you know when we get there.
Yeah.
Now, these green choo-choos, or whatever they're called, or what are their names?
That's good, man. Jelly blobs.
They have annoyed me. They annoyed me this entire game. They got not just the green ones, all the different colors you have to deal with.
It seemed like a lot of enemies in Wind Waker had kind of more of those annoying sounds, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, it's Toon Link, so maybe I guess you kind of say more childish sounds. I don't really know.
It's annoying. It's annoying. Plus, they're everywhere. They're throughout the entire game.
Yeah, they are. But pretty easy dungeon map right here, right off the bat.
That's nice of them, yeah.
This is about the only thing I've done right in this whole dungeon. Was find a dungeon map this early.
Of course, the downside is it's also really easy to miss it very early.
That is true. You rarely see the dungeon map in the very first room of a dungeon.
I was thinking about that when I was playing the Wind Temple the other day, a little later in this game. It takes you forever to get the compass and map in that one, I feel like.
Well, is there anything you even have to do to get that map? Like, you don't have to, there's no bar over it, there's nothing. Yeah, you just basically walk up there and get it.
Yep. I notice it takes a few minutes for us to get through the first door.
There's plenty that screwed up throughout this dungeon, and that was one of them right there.
So you're getting entertained with us kind of laughing at ourselves.
There was a good 45 minutes in between there.
Oh man, you should see us playing basketball with that thing, trying to hit it into the cauldron there.
Dude, I didn't find out until the very last dungeon what those things were for.
Yep.
Warping, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I will say, I'm a big fan. One thing I really did like about this dungeon, they put the item you get right before it to very good use. You get the Deku leaf, I guess it is, and you use it throughout this dungeon.
Where did you get that leaf at?
I think the Deku tree gives it to you.
Okay, after you do. Okay, I think I kind of remember that part.
When you rescue some of his little children.
I think I remember that part.
Yeah.
It's been so long ago since I've done
it. But yeah, it's pretty cool to get that, and it kind of adds almost more of like a platforming element to this particular dungeon that's not present in a lot of Zelda dungeons. Most of them are more puzzles and fighting enemies. This one actually has more like you have to make it from like platform to platform to platform using the leaf plus the flowers that shoot you up in the air.
Yeah,
which I thought was just a nice.
I do like that. Well, it's not a weapon, obviously, but I did really like using that leaf, and one of the reasons is because it's. I don't remember like anything even like that in any other Zelda game.
No, nothing lets you glide like that. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And one thing I forgot to use it so many times.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of places. Cough, cough, Tower of the Gods.
Yeah,
where that it helps you out quite a bit.
I'm like, how do we get across this gap?
Yeah, the leaf. But what's that? What's that? Night Crest? What's that even?
If you get a certain number of Night Crests, there's a dude on Outset Island. The same guy I think you have to fight for.
Oh, the one with the 100 slashes or whatever?
Yeah, annoying guy.
Yeah, I gave up on that guy after you said it 100 times. I was like, nope, not doing this.
I think you can turn in Night Crests to him, but you might probably just get a treasure chart or something like that. I'm not positive. I tell you what, though, I sat there and did the 500 things for a heart piece. That was awful.
Yeah, I guarantee you I did not get that heart piece.
Yeah, that will not be part of any of our walkthrough.
I'm pretty sure I didn't even... Well, no, I think I did do the 100 one.
Yeah.
And then I don't think you get anything. I was like, I forget this. So.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And like you said, that's all shooting off flowers. I mean, yeah, this was just kind of something cool that really we never had in any Zelda game so far.
Exactly. It definitely creates potential to screw something new up.
Yes, that is true.
You'll probably see us take a tumble or two, but you kind of do have to look around here and see where your next destination is without moving the joystick, or you'll miss your flower.
There's obviously certain levels you can't get to. But man, before we even got in here by the Great Deku Tree, where you had to just hit those flowers, like they're just basically on a stem. Now that was tough.
That was tough. I agree. There was a much smaller landing area.
And I don't know what my thinking was right there, going backwards.
Man, those tentacles will get you.
I try to always go forward in Zelda games.
Yeah.
which is usually when I get stuck.
Oh, that throws me off in this dungeon a little bit later on. Don't worry, and I'll let you know.
Go back. You can't go back.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably one of the more, I wouldn't say it's difficult dungeon, but I got stuck in this dungeon quite a bit. And then when I figured out how to do them, I was just like, "You're an idiot, Hick."
And that's so common in Zelda, in some Zelda dungeons, though. But yeah, this was, I believe, probably the hardest in the game. Just from a
puzzle-wise, well, the Wind Temple, the puzzles in the Wind Temple were pretty good too, though.
Yeah, that and just knowing which direction to go in the Wind Temple.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, speaking of a place where that Deku leaf comes in handy.
Well, we talked about before, like a lot of things that get us in Zelda games is just like new mechanics.
It is.
And like new things you can do with weapons and stuff. And this, like the first dungeon, obviously didn't have a lot of that.
No,
but this
not
is
really.
the first like dungeon in this game where we're introduced a lot of those new mechanics.
Yep.
That we had never really played in a Zelda game. And that's really what got to me.
And I think it does take very good advantage of them. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, I love how they use the Deku leaf to just the soaring and things like that. Just really gives you a new avenue of exploration, which I think is cool.
Well,
ouch!
I was trying to beat those guys.
Hey, it worked.
Hey, I rarely died at all in Wind Waker, so I wasn't too worried about it.
I said the enemies are dead and you're still alive.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'd say it worked out pretty well. But yeah, what I like too about these bright shining flowers, it's like when you get close to them, they close up like that and you can't hurt them, so you have to use some kind of ranged attack to get them. And at this point in the game, we don't have any.
Yeah, that took me quite a while in the very first room. And this is the room I'm talking about. This room right here, like I don't know how it looks in standard definition, but when I first walk into this room, it's like, I don't know, the HD really showed.
It does. Like seeing the shadows on the wall from like the trees above, the shadows of just a little pedestal thing. Like look on that right hand wall there, it's just like these shadows from the platform.
Is that not an SD version?
It looks.
Yeah.
It's all,
it's a blur. It's a black blur.
All blurry and muddy. You can't tell what it's a shadow of. Here, you look at that and you're like, oh, that's a shadow of what I'm about to swing across.
And here's obviously, I should clarify, this was a blind run. I had never played this game up until this point, so.
That's why I call it a Let's Play.
Yeah. Well, usually a lot of Let's Plays, they still play through the dungeons most of the time. I not even played through this one.
Yeah. You had the right idea coming over here, though.
Well, you don't have to, though. You just throw the leaf at it.
Yeah. But you knew it had to do with this.
Yeah. And I tried the Wind song, Wind Queen or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I tried that in this game, and I don't think it worked one time.
There are very few places where that song actually does something in it.
I was like, oh, nothing's working? Try the Wind Requiem or whatever that I don't know how to say that word.
Requiem, I think.
Requiem? That's close.
You were close, yeah. But no, it's like,
I'm hit for a reason.
That we do. Then you gotta think about just like, every other game. When in doubt, whip out the ocarina. Whip out whatever. In this case, the baton. But no wind. So
you would think it would work right there. Like you think you could change like the wind direction
to make that.
And it would make it spin. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
I think I got lucky right there. I think I was just kind of getting upset and was just like, whatever.
Probably hit the wrong button.
I think I was trying to. Actually, that's probably what happened. I probably hit the wrong button.
Or you maybe tried to soar back across and just.
I probably was just upset and just tried to hit it. But it worked.
It did work. It got you.
One thing that causes me a ton of trouble later on this dungeon is I didn't know you could use that thing. I think you can use it right here. If you shoot it straight backwards, it'll make you go like up.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if it works right here, but I would think it would. But that's one thing. So. That's one thing that. Well, I had to check the internet to get that one. Let's just put it that way.
Hey, it happens. There's one or two places in this dungeon I had to consult some online guides as well.
Just like I said, the mechanics, just the mechanics. It's not so much the puzzles that usually get us, it's the mechanics of the whole thing.
What got me was a area where we had to do some backtracking that we mentioned not doing in Zelda games. We'll talk about that when we get there. So
I'm just sad to be leaving this room, man. I think I could spend, and we always mention this, like in every dungeon, like it had that's that whole outdoor function too, like where we like to kind of break up between indoor and outdoor right there.
So it reminds you that you're in a forest, It's like there's
a lot of shade.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to finally get in that sunny area. Unfortunately, we don't spend a whole lot of time there.
Yeah.
Oh man, these guys are a pain.
Yeah, they are. They are. But they give you flowers to shoot up in, so they're definitely beneficial to the dungeon.
Yes.
Oh, no, I hate those things, man. Those things have my number in this dungeon.
I agree, and I think you can only kill them with a range. Like I don't think you can kill them with your sword.
You can use the leaf, and it'll make like their spinning thing go away, and then you can hit them with the boomerang that we get later in the dungeon.
I prefer just to avoid them.
Yeah. Well, sometimes there's like 5 or 6 of them. You can take more damage trying to avoid them.
Yeah, very true, very true. But yeah, they right now, yeah, you gotta. I think you have to have the boomerang in your leaf to get them now. So.
The only way, I'm sure there's like other ways of killing them. They're always in Zelda games, but the one I use is the leaf until I get the boomerang.
Yeah. Later in the game, obviously the bow works, but we're a long way from the bow right now.
Well, we don't have those enemies anymore until we get the bow. I don't think, do we?
There are some in the Wind Temple.
Oh, are there?
There are some in the Wind Temple. I remember this threw me off. I got on this platform and I'm like, wait, there's this thing I have to hit to open the door. Where is there something to throw at?
This one didn't cause me any trouble.
This one definitely took me a few minutes. Plus, I think once I actually got across and found the big walnut or whatever the heck it is you take over there.
Yeah, I don't know what that thing is.
Me neither. It's a big seed, I guess, of some sort. But yeah,
it's a seed. I want to see the tree, man.
It's a great day.
Well, I guess you have to know. That actually makes sense.
Yeah, but no, I definitely. I think I knocked it over the edge a couple times and just had all kinds of fits with it. You'll kind of see what I'm talking about here in a second. But,
yeah, it seems like I'm sure all people are like this, but we seem to get stuck in different areas.
I know. Yeah, we just something.
We got Playboy Dungeons together.
I know.
We can figure this out together.
Well, we say that.
Yeah, that's true. We probably screwed up even more.
Like, no, go this way. No, we're going this way. Should have gone right there. You get the compass.
Yeah,
it's a little fire temple throwback there. But yeah, it doesn't always work when we play these things together.
No, it doesn't. And I'm surprised I didn't actually throw it off right here.
Oh, I did several times, and it respawns if you do, thankfully. But
right there in the area,
right there, yeah. But it definitely took some time for me to get it across here without knocking the stupid thing off. Plus, that flying thing kept attacking me.
Yeah, God, those things were annoying, man. Yeah. I didn't like those things at all.
I think I tried to jump across here and didn't make it once instead of throwing it.
But we'll be going through this door now to wrap up part 1 of our Let's Play for the Forbidden Woods.